Have you ever jolted awake in the middle of the night, your leg seized by a sudden, sharp cramp? You're not alone. For many seniors, leg cramps aren't just a nuisance, they're thieves that steal sleep, comfort, and the simple joy of moving freely. But what if I told you relief could be as close as your kitchen, and your morning walk? Meet Mary. At 78, she felt like her golden years were slipping away, until she discovered how a few simple changes could ease her cramps and reignite her zest for life. Today, we'll explore what causes leg cramps in seniors and how to tackle them naturally, just like Mary did. By the end of this video, you'll have practical steps to quiet those cramps and reclaim your nights, and your days. Stick with me, because this isn't just about stopping pain, it's about rediscovering the little joys that make life sweet. First, let's talk about why leg cramps love to visit us as we age. Think of your muscles like a well-oiled machine. They need the right balance of fluids, nutrients, and movement to work smoothly. But sometimes, that balance gets tipped. Maybe you've noticed cramps creeping in after a day you forgot to drink enough water. Or perhaps they strike at night, when your circulation slows. For seniors, common culprits are dehydration, low potassium or magnesium, or even medications that quietly drain these nutrients from your body. And let's not forget how our muscles naturally lose elasticity over time, like a favorite sweater that's gotten a bit snug. The toll isn't just physical. Imagine lying awake at 3 a.m., dreading the next cramp. It's exhausting and isolating. You might skip your morning walk because you're tired, then feel a little lonelier without those chats with neighbors. But here's the good news, our bodies are wonderfully responsive. Small, consistent acts of care, like choosing the right foods or staying hydrated, can turn this around. Natural solutions aren't just safer for seniors, they're kinder. They nourish your whole body, boost your mood, and cost far less than a cabinet full of supplements. And the best part? You're probably already familiar with these miracle workers. The secret isn't in a pill bottle, it's in the everyday choices that add up to big changes. And trust me, Mary's story proves it's never too late to start. So, let's take that first step together. Because every journey toward comfort begins with understanding, and ends with you feeling like yourself again. You know, Mary used to joke that her kitchen became her cramp-fighting headquarters once she discovered the power of simple, everyday foods. Let's walk through her pantry together, and yours, because what you eat isn't just about filling your stomach. It's about giving your muscles the tools they need to stay calm, strong, and cramp-free. First up, the humble banana. Now, I'm sure you've heard about potassium before, but let's talk about why it matters. Potassium is like your muscles' peacekeeper. It helps balance fluids in your body and keeps those sudden, angry cramps at bay. Mary started slicing a banana into her morning oatmeal or blending it into a smoothie with a splash of milk. Simple, sweet, and effective. But here's a tip, if bananas aren't your favorite, don't force them. Sweet potatoes or a handful of apricots work just as well. Next, let's talk about a bedtime ritual that changed everything for Mary, a warm glass of milk. Now, milk isn't just for strong bones, it's packed with calcium and magnesium, two minerals that act like a lullaby for tense muscles. Calcium helps your muscles contract smoothly, while magnesium whispers, relax, now. If you're lactose sensitive, try yogurt or a calcium-fortified almond milk instead. Mary swears by her nightly cup, she even adds a sprinkle of cinnamon for a cozy twist. Now, onto the unsung hero of the grocery aisle, leafy greens. Spinach, kale, even a handful of Swiss chard. These greens are like nature's multivitamin for your muscles. Magnesium, calcium, potassium, they've got it all. Mary used to hate the taste, until her granddaughter taught her a trick, blend a handful of spinach into a fruit smoothie. You won't even taste it, she promised, and you know what? She was right. Now, Mary starts her day with a bright green smoothie she calls her cramp-proof potion. But let's not forget about protein. As we age, our muscles need a little extra love to stay strong, and that's where beans come in. Black beans, lentils, chickpeas, they're not just for soups. They're loaded with magnesium and fiber, which keep your digestion happy and your muscles even happier. Mary's favorite? A hearty lentil stew with carrots and celery. It's warm, filling, and perfect for those evenings when a cramp tries to sneak up on her. And here's a tropical tip you might not expect: coconut water. It's nature's sports drink, packed with potassium, magnesium, and just enough natural sweetness to feel like a treat. After her morning walk, Mary sips a small glass to replenish what she's lost. Just be sure to choose one without added sugars. Your muscles deserve the real deal. Now, before we go further, let's talk about the simplest solution of all: water. Dehydration is a sneaky culprit behind those midnight cramps. But sipping water all day can feel like a chore, can't it? Mary's trick? She keeps a small, colorful pitcher on her kitchen counter, filled with water, cucumber slices, and a sprig of mint. It feels fancy, she laughs, and I drink twice as much without even trying. Of course, if cramps keep bothering you despite these changes, don't hesitate to chat with your doctor. Sometimes, medications or underlying conditions need a professional's touch. But for Mary, these foods weren't just about stopping pain, they became a bridge back to joy. That morning smoothie ritual turned into a chance to sit by the window and watch the birds. Her lentil stew nights became an excuse to invite a neighbor over for dinner. And that's the beautiful thing about caring for your body: it's never just about the body. It's about reclaiming the small moments that make life worth living. So why not start tonight? Maybe with a glass of warm milk as the sun sets, or a banana sliced over your toast tomorrow morning. Your muscles, and your future self, will thank you. Now, let me share something Mary told me that changed how she sees aging. But before we continue, I'd truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart if you could take a moment to like this video and leave a comment if you find it helpful. Your support helps create more content like this for seniors everywhere. Mary's journey didn't just ease her leg cramps, it rewrote her story. For years, she'd wake up at night clutching her leg, feeling like her body was betraying her. I stopped planning morning walks, she admits, because I was too tired, too sore. But slowly, as she added those bananas to her breakfast and sipped coconut water after gardening, something shifted. The cramps became quieter, then rare, then nearly gone. But here's what surprised her most: it wasn't just her legs healing. Those small acts of care, choosing leafy greens, drinking her mint-infused water, became reminders that she was worth nurturing. I'd forgotten how good it feels to invest in myself, she says. One morning, she ventured back to the park. Just a 10-minute stroll at first. Then 15. Then 30. And with each step, she rediscovered connections: the retired teacher who shares her love for roses, the widower who walks his terrier at sunrise. Turns out, my legs weren't the only thing that needed stretching, Mary laughs. My heart did too. Her secret? Patience. Not the kind where you white-knuckle through changes, but the gentle kind, like planting a seed and trusting it'll bloom. She didn't overhaul her diet overnight. She started with 1 glass of milk before bed. 1 banana. 1 handful of spinach blended into her morning juice. Small steps, she says, are how we climb mountains at 78. And here's the lesson that moved me most: Mary learned to see her body not as an enemy, but as a lifelong friend. When my leg cramps flared up, she shares, they were saying, "Hey, we need a little more care here." So she listened. She hydrated. She moved. She chose foods that loved her back. Now, when she sits on her porch at sunset, she doesn't just feel relief, she feels gratitude. These golden years, she says, they're not about waiting for the end. They're about savoring the now. A good meal. A walk with a friend. The way sunlight filters through the trees. So, my friend, if leg cramps have been dimming your light, remember Mary's story. Start small. Choose 1 food from this video, maybe a banana tomorrow morning or a handful of spinach in your soup. Take a short walk, even if it's just to your mailbox and back. And as you do, know this: every step, every bite, is a love letter to the life you've built and the joy still left to live. If this video resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need it. And don't forget to subscribe for more ways to thrive in your golden years. Until next time, remember, aging isn't about slowing down, it's about learning how to dance in the rain.